What's up, guys? Charles X here with you again. How are y'all people out there? I hope everything's going well in the world for you and things aren't too tumultuous. I hope that you are at peace where you are. Got another reaction video here for you today, and let's just get straight into it. All right, so this says it's a temporary art installation and it was in New York. All right, I see colors only. I just really hate when they try to, I'm gonna go back a little bit because we had colors only, whites only. That was true. That was something that was actually happening. And then they have, next they have LGBT only. So we can even argue that they had like the trans, like we don't want the trans people in our bathrooms, but can't you see how that's different than a black person being able to use the same bathroom as a white person? Like LGBTQ, like, yeah, that was a biological man who is now a woman who is in a restroom with somebody, with women, with young girls, you know, sometimes. And that's so much different than a black person not being able to use the restroom because of their nationality. So that's just, LGBT only. Immigrants only. There's never been a situation where immigrants aren't allowed to use a restroom or come into something. They get the job. You know, what did they not get that we get? You know, homeless only. You know, I spend a lot of time with homeless people, and homeless people are able to use the restroom. You know, there's nothing that homeless people aren't able to do. Veterans only. That, like, and let's be honest, yeah, you know, the vets have a hard time with getting the proper things that they need, whether it's healthcare and stuff like that. So that's true, but and then women only, and then I see women only here, which is just, you know, don't forget that some of the women who started the feminist organizations, they were mad when black men got the right to vote and they didn't. The feminists, in my opinion, no, not just in my opinion, it's historically proven, like the feminists had a huge hand in the breakup of the black family. And then there's human beings, which has the lock on it. That's like strange. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I wonder who this artist is. Let's go back one more time to it. Because colored only, white only, I'm just so sick of other marginalized, oppressed people, whatever, putting their plight, and I'm not taking away from that. Like, is it wrong for a woman, not even a woman, but a young girl at 9 years old to be married, to have an arranged marriage in the Middle East? That's terrible. Let's admit that's terrible. Is there a pay gap for women out here in America? Definitely not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, sometimes I feel like they're the loudest one. Like, let's just use the feminists, and they're gonna hate me, but the feminists, there's a lot of things that are happening to young girls or to women in other countries that are way more terrible and prevalent than the things that women here, especially Caucasian women here in America are fighting about and have been fighting about. And I'm just sick of, like, even like the whole LGBT and trans thing. I love all people. I'm not hating on a person for being who they would like to be. You have that right and that freedom. But at the same time, stop putting your plight mixed with our plight. Us as African American people, our nation has fought so hard, and we're still the bottom rung, you know, and that's biblical. Those are the curses. But stop putting your plight with our plights, because we're not the same. And like, even just what I feel like is a big psyop to make black men effeminate now, you know, and this whole thing, and it seems like instead of orange is the new black, it's like gay is the new black, you know. And they say in the same breath, we fight for trans people and black people. It's like, stop, why are you putting this minority of a people, which we are minorities, us as African American people in America, we're definitely one of the minorities, but that's a different set of minority than these people. Ours is the color of our skin. It's a nationality that we're coming from. Yours is a choice. And yeah, people hate when they say that, but me as a black man who sees the representation that we get on television or in music, I'm just done. holding that back and not admitting that me as a black man, I don't want you to put I have nothing to do with trans people. And we've been fighting for longer to get even when we talk about Obama and how he came in and he did so much for gay and trans people, like he didn't do nothing for us except for this image, this image, and which a lot of our black leaders have done. They're this image of a thing, but they do nothing for us in real time. Stop putting your causes with our causes. We're fighting for something different. Ours is biblical. Yours is something going on in the head. A lot of people argue that it's a mental illness, and I agree with that. And people aren't going to like that, and that's harmful or whatever, but it's the truth, and people need to hear that that's the truth. If there's somebody who is hooked on heroin, you don't go, oh, you're hooked on heroin, this is this disease that you have, but it's all good, keep doing the heroin and we're going to, no, you say, hey man, you got to get off of that stuff or it's going to hurt you in the long run. And so this art installation is just so, they always love to use this colored only, whites only. They love to use that to already, it brings you to a place like, cause it's true. And then you bring all of this other stuff in where it's arguably not true. Sorry, it's arguably all in the head. Ours wasn't only in the head, and not only in America, but in Brazil and in the Congo and all of these places where, again, you can find history between our nations. Some of the people that you call African Americans now, they share bloodlines with people from the Congo and people from the Black Portuguese and stuff like that. And of course, the people in the islands near us, the Jamaicans and all of this stuff. So I'm just sick of them conflating our causes. And again, when the feminists came and they're telling, the white women are saying, we want more rights and we don't want the men, and they say, come on, black women, don't you want that? Because we have this soul. We do this when we scream and when we fight, we mean it. And we have this soul that comes through it. And us as black people, African Americans, these labels that they're putting on us, we need to get back to ourselves. And we need to stop fighting for other people's stuff, and we need to fight a little bit for ours. We need to remember who we are. We need to remember who our God is, and we need to remember, and this is the unpopular take, whatever, but we need to remember that our plight is biblical. And if you don't know that by now, then you're not really doing the research into it. If you're following all of this other stuff and you don't understand that as a black person now, that our fight is biblical, and because of course the Caucasian man or whoever, these other people are gonna say, oh, it doesn't mean anything. But we're the only nation who don't know where we come from. Every other place can say, oh, this is where my lineage and my grandfather and my father's father and da 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 da. But we're the only ones who don't know where we come from. Look up the Igbo people. Look up, the Congolese people. Look at what these people are saying, and we are more connected than you think. All the people that are the most oppressed in the world, and not these people, not the LGBTQ, not the feminists, not all of that stuff. It's us. We are. And if you want to fight me over that in the comments, do what you got to do. But it is us, and it has been us, and it's biblical. It's for a reason. It's not just, oh, it happened because of the color of our skin. Because there's some people who ain't suffering the way that we're suffering. And we need to trace back nationally. It's out there. It's all out there in history books and stuff. You got to do more reading and then just watching, the entertainment and stuff that they want, and the politics and stuff, the stuff that has nothing to do with us. All of these plights that they put on here next to us and it has nothing to do with us. And we need to remember that. We need to get back to ourselves and remember who we were. Yahushua Mashiach, who the world knows is Jesus Christ, he looked like us. He was from us, or we were from him. We are the same nation as him. All of these people, and I'm not trying to get too much into it because that's got to be a whole other video, but all those curses that it talks about in the book, our people go through that stuff, and it's biblical. It's not for no reason. You can find me on that in the comments, but check for yourself. Do a little researching before you come at me in the comments. And this art installation, it's kind of nonsense to me. It's kind of nonsense. It's kind of confusing, and it's nonsense, especially the last part. Let me just skip forward right here, especially this part. Women only, whatever, and then human beings. And then human beings locked up. That's just nonsense. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you want me to react to anything else. And again, before you come at me in the comments about me saying that our plight is biblical, do a little research first. Or if you want, message me and I'll give you the research to it. But I love you guys anyways. Like, comment, subscribe, and please understand that everything that I'm saying comes from love. And I hope that you are in peace there. And I'm praying for y'all. Peace.